Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our presentation today for ZenduMaintenance and solving the challenges of the traditional maintenance management. As I meant, I'll introduce myself. My name is Adrian Amont. I work here at GoFleet. I'm one of our success managers and also happen to be a product expert on ZenduMaintenance. So today I'm going to be talking about the traditional challenges of maintenance management and how ZenduMaintenance can work to solve those. So for our agenda for today is obviously an introduction. We're going to discuss the challenges of traditional maintenance management, how ZenduMaintenance can help solve those challenges, look at the ZenduMaintenance Geotab Integration advantage, and then look at the power of reporting against your maintenance program, followed by an opportunity for some question and answer from the attendees today. So with that, let's get started. As I said, my name is Adrian Amont. I am a success manager here at GoFleet, and I do happen to be one of our product experts on the ZenduMaintenance platform. I've been with GoFleet for close to 3 years now, and during my time with GoFleet, I have learned the ZenduMaintenance platform from front to back, and among other things. So that's who I am. Let's move on to ZenduMaintenance. So we're going to start with the challenges of the traditional maintenance management. So traditional challenges that maintenance management faces is a lot of time in procedures not being followed. We've got ineffective repair history and tracking. Sometimes we have part outs or parts not readily available to affect repairs on assets, poor coordination, because a lot of times if we don't have a maintenance management system, we're using paper tracking, papers can get lost, and there's a lot of challenges around coordinating that. And then we've got our unplanned downtime because maybe scheduled maintenance or preventative maintenance was missed. And then there's also the additional challenge of it can be difficult to have a broad overview of what our maintenance program is doing. This is because using a paper-based system or non-computerized maintenance management system, unless someone's willing to go through all of the binders, folders, file cabinets, papers, and other things that are submitted, they may not have a good overview. And even if they do have a good overview of that, I mean, things can get forgotten, and they may not be easy to look up later on. Other challenges that we face is financial impact, right? So there's a financial impact to not having a good maintenance program, because we can have expensive unplanned repairs that impact our cash flow. We've got lost productivity impacting the bottom line in that, you know, if a vehicle, if a scheduled maintenance was missed, we don't really have a good way to know that, no notification, no alerting, and then this vehicle goes out of service. This is unplanned repair and lost productivity. Then there's unplanned downtime preventing the use of equipment, right? So it's not just the cost of affecting the repair, but if we have an asset that's out of service, we're not making money from that asset. Then we also face delays performing maintenance due to part outs. This is where our supplies or parts that we're using to effect repairs, we just don't have them. And then it's hard to measure the technician productivity and workload, and this could cause staffing issues. We have too many techs, we don't have enough techs. We have no real concrete way of knowing, right? Because it can be hard to correlate all that information. Maybe we're using spreadsheets, things like that, which are prone to error. The next part is management concerns, right? Managing this program. All managers, maintenance managers, they want to reduce downtime. They want to increase productivity. We want to reduce our operating costs. We want to extend our asset life, because replacing assets can be a costly venture. We want to understand what our technicians are doing, so we need an overview. And then it's hard to measure and report on the work that's being performed. because we may not have a centralized way of tracking that. From a technician side, they want to be able to rapidly find parts, tools, information, and people. They want to save time, and they want a workflow that works for them. They want to spend more time doing the job and less time trying to find the resources they need to do the job. And then in the end, it needs to be easy to use as well. So these are some of the challenges that maintenance programs face from a traditional sense when we're not engaging using some kind of formal computerized maintenance program. So how can Zendu help solve these challenges? Well, ZenduMaintenance is a full suite product, meaning that we're able to have dashboard overviews. We can run projects. We can schedule our maintenance automatically, so we never miss an important and scheduled maintenance. We're able to track parts inventory using it. We can easily, through a few clicks, show work orders and maintenance history, either what are our ongoing work orders, what is our historically has been done to an asset. We have full recording and reporting against this. We can have multiple locations. We can track remote locations. If we have a maintenance manager in one city who needs to have an overview of another site that's performing maintenance, it's very easy to do using ZenduMaintenance, because we can see what assets are being worked on, what's being worked on, who's working on them, how long it's taking, what is it costing, and a plethora of other items. We're able to get notifications by email, by push notification, so that we know when work's being done, when work is overdue, what's upcoming. This will work both on desktop and through mobile applications. So you're not chained to a desktop computer or a laptop. You can open up your cell phone or your tablet, and you can have a good overview of what's happening on within your maintenance program. So modern factories or maintenance programs can be fast, efficient, and reliable. And this is achievable through optimal maintenance, right? We've shown, studies have shown that by employing a computerized maintenance management system such as ZenduMaintenance, it has provided a 20% increase in equipment uptime, an average of a 10% decrease in maintenance costs, and then a 70% decrease in breakdown, because by making sure that we're performing our scheduled maintenance and preventative maintenance on time, we're eliminating breakdowns. ZenduMaintenance is a disruptor in enterprise and fleet computerized computerized maintenance management industry. We have an industry-leading user experience. It's technician optimized. We have native iOS and Android apps, very intuitive, easy to use web experience with optimized workflows. Easy to connect if you have an ERP system or other external system. Can be integrated directly into that to assist in financial reporting. Easy to manage key performance indicators. We have a visual dashboard. There's pre-built widgets, lots of reporting, and then of course, fast performance and reliability. 99.5% uptime, so the system's not going to go down. You're always going to have access to it. It's always going to be there to support you. So what is the Geotab integration advantage? Because there's a lot of maintenance management programs on the market, but how does being integrated directly within Geotab serve you as the user or make it easier for you to do your job? Well, the first thing is it's able to organize, track, and schedule your maintenance automatically directly based off of Geotab data. This can be your engine data, this can be DVIR reports, or this can be as simple as your meter readings, such as your engine hours or your odometer readings. So Geotab integrated engine measurements, what happens here is it automatically will be transferred from Geotab directly into the ZenduMaintenance platform. Okay, now that may seem a simple thing to do by hand, and it certainly is. But doing it by hand, we can mistype things, we can forget to do it. Maybe we don't have access to an asset. So if an asset's on the road, these readings are still going to be coming into the system, still going to be measured, and still going to be drive our preventative maintenance program, because these are the key measurements, the engine hours and the odometer readings that are being used to drive our preventative maintenance program. The next portion that we have, which is really important for the Geotab integration, is when our drivers submitted a DVIR, their walk around. They're going to put in their comments, they're going to put in problems they're having, and it's going to translate that directly into a work order for you. So you don't have to go and chase down those DVIRs that are showing a defect, chase them down and manually enter them or manually follow up on it. It'll appear automatically within ZenduMaintenance, prompt you to assign a technician to manage it, and then from there, it's just like any other work order. Engine fault data. This is one of the other things that we can get directly out of Geotab, directly into ZenduMaintenance. Because we all know that sometimes we have engine fault codes. As you can see, a few I've put up on the screen here. We've got engine exhaust NOx, we've got after treatment diesel particulate filter, temperature problem, and these go into ZenduMaintenance. And what it does is it allows us to drive work orders based off of these faults. So these faults will drive, again, work orders, and this is all automatic. There's nothing you need to do. You receive the code into the ZenduMaintenance platform, and you can, with a simple click, create a work order. Dispatch that work order to your technician. Make sure that they're getting the work done. So you're going to have overview on that work order. And then from there, we can actually, close out our work order, get our vehicle back on the road, or additional maintenance as required without having to go through, manually sort through things. It's all automatic for us. So the next part of the ZenduMaintenance platform that's a really important thing to understand is the reporting. Because the rich reporting within the ZenduMaintenance platform can be assistive in understanding what our costs are. So ZenduMaintenance comes with more than 140 built-in reports. It allows us to measure productivity and efficiency. We can customize the reporting capability. We're able to see our stock and usage reports, forecast maintenance and part usage. We can see shift reports. So we can see what technicians are working, what are they working on, how can we measure their effectiveness. All these reports can be scheduled daily, weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, customized schedules. And putting this all together, it allows us to gain a better understanding of your maintenance program challenges and successes. Because nothing is perfect, we all can work towards improvement. So let's take a look at it a little bit on the reporting now. Within ZenduMaintenance, we have a few different items. Maintenance reports can be categorized. The ZenduMaintenance reporting, they're categorized by default. We can look at open work orders, closed, inventory control, asset reporting, user reporting. We can look at business metrics. We can develop custom reports, forecasting reports, scheduled maintenance reports, and then of course, any report that you can think of that might be useful to you, we can help build. I've got up here an example of a work order report. As you see, we've got a work order code here. We've got a complaint that this was actually a customer complained that the turn signals aren't working, and that the high and low headlight bulbs were not good. So we have a completion notes from our technician that says that they replaced the turn signal switch and both the high and low beam bulbs. We've got the asset that this was done, and then we've got a status of closed and completed. So this allows us to see that a request came in for maintenance. It was handled, what asset it was against, what was done to do it, and then that it was in fact actually completed. So there's more detail within the work orders and within the report, but I've taken a small snippet here just to show you. So additionally, ZenduMaintenance allows us to easily understand and identify which of our assets are costing us the most to maintain. Sometimes this can indicate that maybe our asset is reaching end of life and needs to be replaced. It was starting to have a lot of work orders, a lot of problems. We're able to really see that, really analyze that, know what's happening. And this, as I said, can be used to trigger other business actions such as replacement of the assets, or maybe it needs a larger service because there may be a larger underlying problem here. I did talk about scheduling of our work order, or of our reporting. So the reports can all be scheduled, and you see here's some of the a quick look at it. Is we're able to schedule it based on hourly, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly. And let's say we chose weekly and we wanted it every 2 weeks. We can do that. We can say every 2 weeks, I want it on Monday. That's it'll be delivered for you Monday morning. You don't have to go and hunt it down. It can be sent to specific users. There can be parameters attached to it. So if we only want to report against specific work order types, specific asset types, or any other criteria that we can think of, we can very easily customize the way that the scheduled reporting works. So this was this is my overview of ZenduMaintenance. So I'm gonna take an opportunity now to take questions. So if we have any questions, please put them into the Q&A chat portion, and I will definitely take time to answer. All right. Well, I have a question for everybody, so I'm going to start a poll because I want to understand a little bit about how people are currently managing their maintenance program. So you should see a poll up on your screen now. If we could please complete that, I will give about a minute or two for people to respond to this. Okay, and while I'm having people do that, I've got a couple questions that have been asked. The first question I have is from Gary B. He says, does this software have predictive maintenance example? If the service engine light comes on, will it tell you the code? Yes. In many cases, we will be able to get a direct fault code based off of this. Not always. Depends on what it is, because sometimes we have general engine lights that come on. So ZenduMaintenance is only going to be able to understand exactly what Geotab sends it. So if Geotab doesn't send doesn't send the code, then it won't. ZenduMaintenance can't make any assumptions about what that code actually means. I've got another answer here from Musa. It's asking, how are these reports different than Geotab reports? Geotab reports are specifically about vehicle operation. They can be trip reports. They can be engine fault reports. But all that's going to do is give you a list. It's not going to correlate any of the data. Whereas the reporting that comes out of ZenduMaintenance is specifically maintenance management focused. For example, if we want to know which vehicles are throwing the faults and what were our corrective actions, that would be something that ZenduMaintenance would handle. Whereas within Geotab, all we're going to see is what were the faults, but no, it's not going to have any corrective action or measurement of downtime, anything like that out of Geotab. So ZenduMaintenance takes all the Geotab data, but that's the foundation of the functioning of the system. But the reporting is around the maintenance actions and root cause analysis, understanding preventative actions for the future, as well as understanding what do these costs or what do these faults cost us, rather than what are the faults. Okay, so does this, I have two quick questions here. Does this software work with Geotab Drive? Yes, it does. No, it does not work within Geotab Drive. There is a standalone app that would be used for technicians. However, the DVIRs that power some of the maintenance creation is directly from Geotab Drive, yes. Will the software tell me the closest parts supply location to purchase? No, it does not. This is not a procurement system. This is not a sales platform. There is one integrated supplier within it, but at this time, no, it's not for finding parts or locating service centers, things like that. Any suppliers, if you're using the supply management chain within ZenduMaintenance, would need to be entered by yourself. I mean, they would be your suppliers specifically, so that you can track stock in, stock out, stock usage, cost over time for any parts and supplies that are consumed. Okay, so let's take a look at our result here from the poll. So we did see that we've got most of the people saying that they're using ZenduMaintenance already. We've got one person who says they're using a paper-based system. All right, so will this software tell labor hours of a job? For example, replacing a water pump on a 650 Mac. As long as the technician is logging their hours within the system, yes, we can do this kind of reporting within the system very easily. That is actually one of the standard reports, which allows us to look at work orders, time to close, as well as actions or maintenance actions performed on the work order. Okay, good. So no, Gary's asking, will the software explain the process to remove the water pump? It will not. However, if this is part of your standard documentation, this can be attached to a work order by the maintenance manager if they have a process book or other manual. If they have a PDF or an image, that can be attached to the work order. And on that note, when the technician is completing the work order, as they're working on it, using the technician app, they're able to take pictures and actually attach those to the work orders, so that the maintenance manager or senior technician is able to take a look and understand exactly what the problem was. Okay, so does anyone else have any questions? How much for the software? On that, I'd ask that you please reach out to your success representative, who would be happy to discuss pricing with you. As you see, we've got our email and phone number up here. If anyone does want to reach out for more information, please feel free to do so. You may actually even speak to me on this. I want to thank everybody for attending today, and I look forward to speaking with you all in the future to help you align the needs of your maintenance programs.